What's up, everybody? Somebody said, there you are. Thank you all for the happy birthday, wishes. What's up, everybody? I'm okay. I'm not as tired as I was the day after I made the Caitlyn video. I don't know why, because I did stay up all night. I'm not as tired. I guess because the day after I made wait. Hold on. I'm echoing. Okay, there we go. Fix. I guess because this technically I finished last night, and then I got to sleep last night. So that okay. My common sense kicking in. What's up, Crystal Burton, Becca, Melissa, who shared my middle name. Happy birthday to my family members out there. Man, I'll hook you up if you can deal with some nut jobs. If you can deal with some nut jobs, I'll hook you up. Thank you for the donation, Amanda. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I just got off work. I had to work all day on my birthday because they give me my birthday off, but I took yesterday off to finish that video. So I had to work today. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. I'm glad I looked in it. That means it's working already. Working. You know what I did last night, actually? The Caitlyn community can tell you, because I went into their little group. Actually, I don't know if I showed them. I know I showed Clarissa. But I didn't eat all day yesterday. I sat in this seat from morning until night, right here. When 10:30 at night came and it was time to load this video up, I got up out of this seat and my ass was so sore. I was like, oh. I hadn't eaten anything. I went upstairs and I just grabbed a fat carton of strawberries and one big carton of blackberries, and I just devoured all of that. I ate the whole thing. What's up, Herbie Herb in the building? Bethany Martin in the building. Blue Topaz in the building. Laura Preciado is in the building. Everybody's in the building, man. My video was off the chain. You rock. I didn't know what you guys would think about that video. I was, if I was under my normal brain, I would have been nervous, but I was so sleepy. What's up, Jennifer Jones? What's up, Kay Quintero? I ain't seen you in a while, okay? You did Caitlyn's story well. Thank you, Andrea. And my girl Julie's in the building. What's my favorite kind of cake? I don't eat sweets. I eat a little bit of sweets, but I've never been a sweet kind of person. I like salty stuff. Like, I would rather have chips and beef jerky before cake and ice cream. I've always been like the salty kind of person. So I don't have a favorite kind of cake. And my sister-in-law, she has a birthday with Kurt Cobain. Yes. I didn't know until like 3-4 years ago I shared with Kurt Cobain. I knew I shared it with Rihanna. Miss, I'm not taking anyone. No, that's not true, Bella. Because when I sent Caitlyn the message, I sent you the same message saying that I have been off. I ain't been on talking to nobody. I've been in the seat all day. I sent everybody. I got up at 10:30. I let the dog out. We went out, played like 10:30 night a little bit. I came back in and I just started sending everybody messages. People like, oh, John, I ain't heard from you. I told everybody same thing. Rihanna is 31 today. Rihanna getting up. We in our 30s now for the last time. This is it. This is the last time me and Rihanna in our 30s. Hubby got chocolate donuts. Yeah, I would be like you, slots lover. I did not know about the oldest sister, Lee. Yes, Lee is a variation of her middle name. Now, I want to tell you something about Lee. What did Lee think after the murder suicide? What did their first daughter that they adopted think? She was a little shocked. She was shocked. She never came out to bash the family. She was just shocked. You got to think the worst thing they did to Lee was mental. But you also got to think too. I want to compare it to a serial killer. Um, what's his name? I want to say the fictional British character. The fictional character was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. The real one, Jack the Ripper, was the real one. Okay. What Jack the Ripper did to his final victim was a lot worse than what he did to his first victim. A serial killer evolves. They evolve. So even not even comparing, like saying that Jennifer's a serial killer, but like her method of how she wanted to be cruel, her lack of care for children is going to come in different ways to the first child than it would the children after she's perfected her method of starvation and stuff. I don't have any evidence of this, so I did not put it in my video, but I think 19-year-old Marquise, I think maybe something is different about him mentally. So that's why, teens will fight back. Teens become rebellious, and all of these kids was teenagers. Hannah was 16, and Hannah looked like a 9-year-old girl, but in 2 years, Hannah, this was last year, so Hannah been like 17 now, pushing 18. She could buy cigarettes. That little girl who looked like a little 1-2-year-old, she could buy cigarettes soon. They were gonna revolt against her. Thank you, Kim Lowry, for the donation. I appreciate that, Kim. Like little stuff you want to think about with this Hart family case. For instance, when he got interviewed, the guy, his wife finally called the cops and called CPS on him. He said that Hannah was covered in blackberries, right? Think about that. He said that didn't come from their house. It came from the neighbor down the street. These kids were actively on the hunt for food. You don't go to the neighbor down the street until you look in the neighbor's entire yard right here close to you. It means that they search their trash cans. They search all around. These little teenage kids were on the hunt like fucking wild animals. They were on the hunt for food. They were on the hunt at nighttime. It's dark. It's nighttime. And they're eating blackberries in the bushes like animals. Like, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about what Devante said. What the neighbor said about Devante. He said that Devante didn't say, like, give him the food now. He was saying, Devante was saying, like, give him food that he can store and put up. And I'm thinking about if they stealing stuff out of the trash cans, I can see these kids stuffing food in their book bag like squirrels to eat later, because they're going to eat in school. They're not going to eat later. I can see these kids talking and having conversations, and how are they going to divide and hide this food up in order to live? I can see these kids being successful at digging in the trash can because nobody's really watching the trash can that much, right? So if you look at how small they were, if it was up to Jennifer, they would have been smaller. They achieved the weight that we saw through sneaking and stealing out of the trash can and eating out of the neighbor's yard. So if they didn't even have that extra food, they would have been smaller. Jim was losing control over them. Devante and Hannah were the only ones that are known to have left the house. Yeah, you can't. you got 6 teenagers. They're gonna revolt. They're gonna, I can understand why Jennifer did the murder suicide, because it was over. It was over from the inside. Those kids were gonna revolt against her. She had 3 boys. She had 3 boys that was turning into men. It was over. I think Jennifer did something to Devante. She loathed him for exposing her. Um, I don't. I don't. Let me tell you one scene I cut out of my video. And I wasn't trying to be over dramatic or anything. I was sitting here and I was just thinking about, like, I was looking at all this footage and I had this truck right here and I was looking and I was like, if the, when it falls, when this falls down top first, the lightest part, you can bend the top in easy. This top is going to get crushed by all that heavy underside and it's going to squish and kill all of them in the most painful death. None of the kids had on seatbelts. None of them. I don't think all of them could have died on impact because they're laid there with water coming in from when the windows are smashed or floated out to sea, which is what happened. You saw the two of the children. You only got Hannah's foot back. It's not far-fetched to think that you didn't get anything from Devante. If Devante was outspoken, Devante's gonna sit by the window, by the window. It's just my guesstimation. Someone asked me, yeah, some died horrible deaths. Yeah. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mama Cherry. I think that is the final video I will ever do, though. I will never again do a video without a script. I think they were all in the car. I think they were all in the car, too. The kids were not adopted out. They were dumped off. Those children were not dumped off. Those children had family members that loved them. They were not dumped off. That's why I say I will never again do a video without a script. That's the last one because I said everything, but there were certain things I could have expounded upon. Like when I tell you that Celestine fought with everything she had, right? That sounds passionate. I wish I could I could go back in time and show you how much she fought, how many times she went to court on specific dates, how hard she fought the Harts so she can keep custody of those children. You know, I feel like that's why I want to go live. Like I feel like I did her a disservice by not showing in detail how hard she fought to keep those children. Those children were loved. Those children. This is not a situation where we're in one thing else too, like they were not legally adopted, but they were staying with like them as foster parents in 6 months. Like she works a double shift. She comes back the next day. They're gone. They would another in 6 months. Like it was so fast. It's like what the you think like you think they found them on the side of a road and they didn't know who they belonged to. It happened so fast. You did great for the time you had. Thank you, Purple Rain. It's certain things sort of like that I knew. Okay, so like you can't say everything in a video and a documentary, but like I knew there was a time when the caseworker came to the house and they questioned the children about how they're being treated, and they did it in Jennifer's presence. And the children were looking like they looked back at Jennifer like, why would you question children in the abuser's face? You know, like I got you there. I got you, Deborah. Yeah, CPS. on multiple occasions. The teeth. The teeth. If Jennifer wanted to be an evil person and abuse children, who was the first person to mess up their facade? To have the audacity to fuck with Jennifer's facade? Who was the first person? Who was the first kid to do that? The first kid to mess up Jennifer's facade, even though nobody went to prison or anything, was the girl who had no teeth. It was Hannah. Nah, it was Hannah. Devante didn't start speaking out until later. The first one to speak out was Hannah. Lee never spoke out. I see. Here's the thing with Lee. Here's the thing, I mean, and this is something I really wish I'd have put in my video. I want you to understand, right? They got Lee at 15 years old. Think of your brain right now when I tell you, you're thinking of a rowdy, street smart person that you're not gonna fuck over. That's what you're thinking about right now without knowing how Lee looked, because Lee comes into the house like saying, she's worldly. She's not acting like a child. She's acting like a teenager. So when you get somebody who's 15 like that, smart, streetwise, you're not going to try to fuck with them. But if you get somebody from a younger age and you build them up to they're even older than 15. Hannah was older than 15, but they were scared to death of Jennifer because she molded them to be that way. It's much easier to get them when they're younger and mold them that way. You, in your brain right now, you will forever see Hannah as a child. You will forever see Hannah as a 7-year-old little girl. You will forever see all of them. You will forever see Dante as an 11-year-old. Dante was not 11 years old. He was not. All of them children was damn near, high school, freshman, 8th grade, and Sierra's 12. That's it. These were teenagers. They killed. These were teenagers. You don't think that they're teenagers because they stunted their growth so much that they look like little kids. They look like little children. These were teenagers. She would have got scared if that dude that started the Black Lives Matter becomes Devante as a mentor. He would have told him everything. I don't care if Sarah wanted to kill them or not. She was a grown woman. Yeah. At the very minimum, Sarah was an enabler. That's at the minimum. She was an enabler, right? Let's talk about Devante picture with the cop. Let's talk about Devante free hugs, right? Children are innocent. That's what we love about children. I just want to let y'all think about some stuff. So when you tell, so children see stuff better than we see it sometimes. Sometimes we be arguing over something small and a child come in, they just make you look stupid on how they see the world because it makes sense. It's so simple. So if you tell a child that you're going somewhere for peace, love and peace, and you tell a child to give free hugs out of love and peace, the brain of a child is to smile and be happy. The brain of a child isn't to cry. Jennifer tricked us. We're thinking about adults. We want to cry because this horrible world we see and it's cruel and all this stuff. But a child's like, we're supposed to love everybody. Free hugs, smile. You don't cry like you You are not sad. No child is fucking sad if you give them a sign that says free hugs, if the world is right. But when those news people, when CNN and they saw that kid crying that hard and squeezing that tight, they wasn't thinking about the mind of a child. They was thinking about the mind of an adult. Oh, he's just over the cruelty of the world. You're fucking right, he's over the cruelty of the world. His world is cruel. His world is fucked up. We're not in 1999, early 2000. He's not wearing baggy clothes for style. He's too small. He's skinny. Ask him how old he is. Also, that news report said he came from a drug addict mother, and now he's in a loving home. There's absolutely no way the news would know this unless Jennifer told them that. What kind of a foster mom would want on national news for the rest of history, would want that put out there? Devante is a teenager. Teenager's going to see him on school, and he's going to go to school, and they're going to pick on him and say, your real mom didn't want you because she's on drugs. It don't matter what Devante may go through. What it matters is this is going to make Jennifer look great. This is going to make her look fucking great. I rescued this little black boy from the hood and brought him in, and now he's up here and he loves the world and he's so peaceful. He goes to peace rally with paint on his face and he dances around and he gets free hugs and he's fighting for equality. This facade. Yes, she pulled him out of school. She kept pulling back more and more to keep her control. Gina, hi, John. I haven't seen your latest upload yet, but judging these comments, you knocked it out the park again. Love what you're doing. Great work. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate that, Gina Ricard. I see no one follow up or what. Can't believe I never heard of this case. I had never heard of this case 2 weeks ago. There's a lot of people was telling me, do the Hart family. And I was like, what the fuck is up with this Hart family everybody talking about? Let me look into it. And that's when I looked at Gray Hughes' 911 phone call. And that's why I thank Gray Hughes at the end, because had I never gone to his channel, I would have never covered this story. That poor boy deep down probably wanted so badly for that to be real. And I think a part of it was real to him. Yes, for the 5 to 10 seconds that Devante held tight and hugged someone and cried, that was probably the only physical manifestation of love he ever got after leaving his aunt's custody. And they are devastated. The picture you saw of their mom, Sherry, who's not on drugs anymore, that was her picture after her children were murdered. And I think she found out on the news. You're thinking pulled from school after abuse accusations. A cop should have been notified. That's not how CPS works. CPS get a case. They think, should we further investigate or should we close it? Once they close it, that's it. Once that is closed, right? You can't call CPS and go like they're like, well, what's the problem now? Jennifer Hart. You remember Jennifer Hart case you had? Yeah, the case closed. Okay, well, guess what she did? What'd she do? She beat the kids? No. She's abusing them? No. What'd she do? She took them out of school. Click. They hang up in your face. See, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing connect to the two. And go back. Type of 1 if you watch the documentary on Ted Bundy, the series that just was on Netflix. That's why I put it in the video. Ted Bundy is getting away with all of these murders. He's killing all of these women because they're across state lines. Here's a batch here. Here's a batch here. Here's a batch here. I can't believe, because of the internet is so different now, I can't believe in the late 70s that Ted Bundy can go to jail in Florida for beating, what, I think 2 died in the sorority house and 2 lived, if I'm not mistaken. Then he went on the street and beat one and she lived. So 2 died, 3 beaten. Then he goes and kills a little 12-year-old girl. And they don't know who he is. There's no way to find out who he is. This guy killed like freaking 30 some odd people in the Northwest, but you don't even know his name. That will never happen now. I remember watching a separate documentary on Ted Bundy recently, totally separate. And the guys were saying, like, well, at this point in time, Ted Bundy's popularity hasn't reached New York. What do you mean it hasn't reached New York? Jussie Smollett is a scumbag all over America at the same time. There's no, all over, he's a scumbag immediately. How is it that Jussie Smollett is a scumbag all over America right now in the current day that we live in? But when it comes to Child Protective Services, I have to compare a family in 2018 to a serial killer in 1979. How much money does it take to make one computerized database that can show every time you've had a run-in with CPS in different states, in different counties? I mean, how hard can that be? How much work? What number is too much to save the life of children? What's the numerical value of letting people starve children, sexually abuse children, beat children? What's the numerical value on that? Oh, thank you, Gina. Thank you with the birthday wish. Appreciate that. You really did. You really did have to go out and search for updates on the story. Wasn't giving much attention. I just should have. Thank you, Macbeth is in the building. Honey Boner is in the building. That community, Purple Rain, is in the building, who helped me out with this. She'll tell you that community still thinks that Jennifer Hart is innocent. And I was really furious at this peaceful hippie community at first when I found this out. But I try to put myself in other people's shoes. This is a community that every time they go camping, every time they have these peaceful retreats of all this love, they just saw 2 women bringing kids out there smiling and dancing. It would, for me to be mad at that community, would be the equivalent of me being mad at people who supported Lady A when she faked cancer. I can't be mad at them. Those people thought somebody had cancer. They were good people. They thought they were doing the right thing. These are good, peaceful people. And sometimes it's sort of like a family member. It can blind you from the truth. When you see these people kill everybody and the mom say they're innocent, be like, well, mama, we got the DNA right here, mama. Mama, this your son on camera, you see? Mama, that's 4K. The quality doesn't get any better. He's staring right at the camera, Mom. That's your boy. She still don't believe it. She still don't believe it. She's looking right at her son. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, the kids had a role to play in public. the girl I called in the video, I thought about her at the last moment. But I remember like we would hang out. I remember like, dang, time flies. Just like 8 years ago. Uh, she would tell me these horrible stories, and of course, in her job, she knew about the this story here, but she would tell me these horrible stories. Hey, Michelle Farnham. Don't worry, you can catch it next time I catch the replay. Someone asked me this earlier too. Do I think that Sarah knew? Do I think that they were about to do a Thelma and Louise? I say if Sarah had a heart, if Sarah cared for the children, and she just was under Jennifer's control, because a person like Jennifer, she would want to date a subordinate person who she can manipulate. That's the kind of person I think her personality would go for. But you have to understand, man. Like they had these children all the way until Marquise was 19 years old. Like the oldest child was a grown ass man. He wasn't a boy. He was a fucking man. So all of those years of manipulation, turning the other cheek, letting them starve, letting them get beat, taking a rap for beating them. The decision for Sarah to die is is not on who's in the back seat. It's on how much I love the person driving across from me who's sitting. I'm sitting shotgun. How much do I love her? At this point, Sarah been in a relationship so long, like she not caring about them, whether she's a bad person or not. She's numb to their needs not mattering. So it just, did she love Jennifer and can't live without her and wanted to hold her hand and have a Thelma and Louise moment? Yeah, I think that's possible. I think it's very possible. But I don't think her decision swayed of, but if we do it, the children are going to die. The children you starve to, children you watch get beat, you watch get abused, the children you run from state to state to along with Jennifer, so this could keep going on. I don't think that. I think there was a non-fucking factor this hour. I think she obviously knew about the abuse and the neglect, so I lean more towards they were always in this together. Therefore, yes, both were in on the ending. Just my opinion. Yeah. The only thing I could say that maybe Sarah didn't know she was gonna die is she wasn't the courageous one, but she was sober. I mean, if Jennifer was courageous and she still had to drink to do it, why wouldn't Sarah at least hit the shot with her? If we're in the Thelma and Louise moment, we drink, we're gonna tip it up together. So you're not gonna be the moment. I don't drink because if you know Jennifer friends, they all said that Jennifer doesn't drink. You know, so the only thing that could make me think that Sarah did not know is just the fact that she didn't have anything to drink. I don't think Sarah was beaten. No, I think she was controlled. Everything was about control. When I tell you that there's two beds in the house, don't think that some of the children slept on the bed. No, Sarah and Jennifer slept on one bed. The other bed was in a room of storage, and it was stuffed. Everything was in the room. It was a storage with a bed in it. I think that was used as some sort of a reward. If you did something so great that met Jennifer's demands, you may come lay in this room. But on an average night, 6 to 7 nights a week, all those children slept either on the floor or on those little gray cushion things. Dreaming of the day we drive our cars into the ocean and all the people looking on will wonder what to say and live confused about us till the day they do the same thing. And they will see while swimming. What do you mean? What did I miss? Purple Rain. Barbara said, John was a great video. My heart hurts so bad for those children. They only wanted a family. They suffer so much abuse and neglect. Yep, they did. Thank you, Barbara. Never mind. I'll look up some Mr. Washington. Oh, that's a song that the NACO got song. Was those lyrics from his song? Practice of the policies and standards. In my lifetime, the CPS workers I've met, the social workers I've met, deeply care for the children. In my lifetime, the people I've had personal conversations with, such as I almost said her name just now, the person that was on the phone, they are very frustrated at their superiors and at the laws that prohibit them from saving the children they get to meet and fall in love with. They're very frustrated about that aspect of their job. So I don't want to, the social worker, the person coming to the house, are not the bad guys. The piece of paper that they are restricted to follow, that's the bad guy. That's what needs to change. The CPS workers aren't the bad guys. Yes, Karen, that's who the family is. Those are the bad guys. Thank you. I just listen to thousands and thousands of songs, and I buy this music. That's why at the end, after I felt like just one more picture of them smiling and holding the sign, but the end just kept playing black with the music. I'm like, I paid for this music. You hear it in different variations because they give it to me like with all the instruments, or just the piano to use at points, or just the strings to use at certain points. Uh, John, are you able to change the picture to Caitlyn since it's her 15th birthday? 15, but forever 12. I just can't say happy birthday to her because it's so sad. Agree, John. What changed? What picture? Video you made about the case touched me so much. I remember Devante Hart hugging the police officer. It made me feel like he was reaching out for help. He was reaching out for help, Mary. He was. He probably would have whispered to that cop if he knew it would help out. If he wasn't programmed already by Jennifer. I mean, you look at Devante's genetics and his family. Celestine and Sherry. These aren't really, really short people. You see his grandfather in the picture of Sherry in my documentary, right? That's a tall guy. Devante, he's probably supposed to be way taller. He was supposed to be way taller than Jennifer. He would overpower her. That's to me, if you not think about it, that's what the starving is for. The starving is to make sure that they can't physically grow out of this. I can control them mentally. I don't know if I can control them physically. I can control them mentally and physically if I stunt their growth. You know, My sister-in-law is a social worker and struggles with the system every day because she really cares about the kids. Let me see, can I find the amount of money they got for those children? Because I know it was half. Let's see if I can find that out. Oh, no. I wonder what Jennifer would have done had she called the CPS worker like I called my friend, and if Jennifer would have realized that they would have closed the case on her in Washington, and she could have just moved to California and did the same thing. Also, I think it was Purple Rain. I don't know. Somebody brought this to my attention, but this is very disturbing. Um, say the night that they died, Jennifer bought bananas. When Hannah reported her injuries, and one of the things she reported was that a punishment was having her mouth stuffed with bananas. They were on the run because the children ran away to eat food and told their neighbors, that they're being starved. This was the reason. And then while on the run, Jennifer buys bananas of all things, the one instrument that was reported that she used as a cruel punishment on the children. What's up, Cherokee Ross in the building? Yeah. Yeah, that call blew me away. They can start all over in another state. Yep. I gotta send her. I gotta send her. I haven't even sent her the documentary. That's kind of wrong. Did they both work? No, Sarah at the end. Sarah worked at Kohl's. I think she was a manager at Kohl's or somewhere. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up because I'm trying to look up to show you the amount of money they got from the kids and the amount of money they got from working. No, from my research, she did not let them eat the bananas. It was just a form of punishment. I really appreciate you and the work you did with Katie. You're awesome. I'm fangirling right now. All right, thank you, Cherokee Ross, man. I just try to come from my heart. I try to have a good mixture of research, logic, but also show my passion. I think that all those are needed forms if you're going to talk about something so heartbreaking, because you can have all the research and everything in the world, but we are social animals. We are human beings. We have feelings. You reach someone and you connect with them. They feel your pain. They feel your passion. That's what make them share and spread the message, because they don't want to feel this way anymore. They don't want to see anybody suffer. They don't want to see anybody go through this. My videos get a little raw sometimes. I gotta check out your channel, Cherokee Ross. Do you know what is right morally and ethically, but not allow an agency and lose your job or look the other way and personally affect while keeping your job? Exactly. That's the dilemma that a lot of CPS workers have. That's why I don't want anybody to bash the actual CPS workers. They gotta, they got laws and stuff they gotta follow. Yeah, the children were adopted. Yeah, they would. Let me find that document. Yeah, they got money monthly. That's what I'm looking for now. Yep, forced to pose with food and they couldn't eat it. I don't think that would have worked with me, man. I was crazy. It had got to a point where I'm fighting. It would have got to a point. She would tell people that like they're slow or something wrong with them. Like she said, like Jennifer Hart would say stuff like, "These poor kids, I'm gonna have to take care of them for the rest of their life. They'll never be able to live on their own." That pisses me off. Yep, CPS social workers aren't the bad guys. People that go into that line of work want to help people, exactly, because it ain't about the money. You don't make that much money. It's the rules and the system they got to follow. It's not perfect for sure. Thank you, warrior woman. Honey Boner, do you have where it shows how much money they made? That's why I gotta get more organized. I find stuff that I want to use and then I lose it. And I'm not gonna lie, man. The legal drinking limit is 0. Sorry, is yeah, well 0.08. She was 0.10 or zero point 0.10. That's a little bit past buzz. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't drunk or anything. That's like you going to a bar and you having a couple of drinks. To me, to me, I think she was completely sober that night, and she drove to that place, and then she took a big swig. I think that's what happened. She took it right then and there to build up her courage so they can do their Thelma and Louise, especially since Purple Rain is saying that the guy who she looked up to who made those songs actually have a song about that, about jumping off a thing. And if this true, because the chat is going so fast, if that's what you're saying, Purple Rain, then I don't feel sorry for the hippie community. Because if those were the lyrics to a song and they went out and did it from that community, why do you still think that they're innocent? That's okay, Vicky. This will be up and you can go back and watch it. Yeah, every video there's one moment while I'm sitting here, and yeah, I think I said Sunday night, like no Monday, and then all Tuesday. Like I got up that Tuesday, I let the dog out, I made me some coffee, I came down here, and I stayed in this seat all freaking day long. And every time I think it'll be shorter and shorter, I'm like, there's absolutely no way a 1 hour video gonna take that long. But I wish I can film me editing so you can see how a 5 minute scene of just me talking could take 30 minutes. 30 whole minutes, just do like a 5 minute segment. And I didn't get to do the ending that I wanted. I had a really nice ending. I want to tell you all, but I'm making use it for another story. So I don't want to tell you all. I like how you can lean on your community. Yeah, I got a cool. The Crimers are really cool. It's okay, Sarah. It's okay. He also was rude on Twitter to people afterwards. Yeah, I saw he was being rude. I saw that. Yeah, he was very, very rude. If I didn't know any better, I would identify them as starving African children. One of the things, the reason I said I wish to see Devante dancing is because of all the stuff she trained him to do, to be their mascot, to be their flag, quote unquote. She uses personality because you can see naturally Devante has an outward personality. You can see Devante has a passionate personality. But I think that he really wanted to dance. That opening sequence, when you watch my video again, a cat walks behind him. And right before I went live, that's what pissed me off the most. How do you have underdeveloped, skinny children and a fat cat? I don't. I just. If your cat is fat, shut up to my immature people out there. um, this means you have consistently kept up with feeding it. Were the adopted parents of these children white? Did you? So do you know anything about the case? Jeremiah's benefits was $5,400 a year. Yeah, of course Jennifer was pretty well nourished. Those children made sure that all that money she got from them. Who is Miles? Maybe the cat was a good hunter. Interviews with Jennifer's friends and family to get a glimpse of her background and if there was any indication of her evil spirit. Jennifer cut off her family. They interviewed her father, but I put that in the interview from what he said. He said that he doesn't think that she can harm the children, but that's, to me, that's normal stuff that a parent would say. But he hadn't talked to her since college. That was it. He never spoke to her again. Why didn't their biological family get to see them? Because they was taken from their biological family in Texas and moved to Minneapolis through the agency I explained in the video. So Jennifer got $1,900 a month. They have a total figure of around $270K they receive for the kids. The average is $400 to $545 per child. What's up, Linda Coles? Munchausen by proxy. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all in this community. I'm really starting to fucking hate the word Munchausen. I'm really getting mad at the word Munchausen. And I'm explaining to you why. I could be wrong. I'm not a perfect person. I'm just an honest person. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I never grew up giving a fuck about Munchausen. If somebody do wrong to me, you just bad. I never they're bad because, they keep believing that they're sick. I don't care what you believe. If you just treat people wrong, you treat people wrong. Just focus on trying to treat people right instead of trying to say why somebody bad. Because it makes me feel like when you figure out that it could be this Munchausen word, that's the end of the conversation. Oh, well, okay, I understand it now. I don't understand it. You don't have to do that. You believe you sick, then go do something to harm yourself then. I don't want you to do it, but it just don't hurt other people. Fuck. I don't give a fuck what was wrong with Jennifer. I don't care what was in her brain. I don't care. I'm not trying to diagnose Jennifer. Motherfucker is evil. I don't care. Every time something bad. Oh, she told people she had cancer and she scammed everybody out of money. Maybe she had Munchausen. She scammed people, like, give them their motherfucking money back. And then go to a clinic, a mental facility, and deal with your own Munchausen. Give these motherfuckers their money back. Fuck Munchausen. Damn. I hate that fucking word now. Fuck. What happened to the good old days? What happened to the 1990s? Bad. That was it. You bad. Fucking 2019. Let's find out why they're bad and let's baby them. And once we find out why they're bad, let's let them off the hook. Anybody say anything bad about them for being bad, then they're the new evil people. But for right now, let's just baby the one. Fuck out of here with that shit. Whatever happened to bad? You just can't just be bad no more. You can have regular bread and then cheese bread and wheat bread and brown bread and Wonder Bread. Have all these breads. Ice cream, you have vanilla, you can have chocolate. You can have all these different flavors. But when it comes to being bad, you can have all of them except the regular. I like to order. What would you like to get served to me? Let me get an order of bad. Sir, we don't have that here. This is a bad restaurant? Yes, this is a bad restaurant, but we have medieval bad, and we have the favorite on our menu, Munchausen. Would you like to try that, sir? Everybody likes the Munchausen bad. I just want bad. You don't. Why can't I just order bad? Sorry about my rant, man. Who said it? You cool? Who said it? Just fuck Munchausens. Thank you, Carla Roberts. I can't wait for you to check it out. Let me know what you think. I agree with having the people just being mean and bad. I get that, and it says it all the time. It's always mental disorder. Yeah. Would you like that by my proxy? John, what made you put the Jussie? When Jussie came, like, there were things I was going to talk about, right? That I knew I was going to talk about in this video that led to the kid's murder. Facade. And right as I'm doing this, one of the reasons that evil people get away with stuff is from false claims. Why did you all let that woman get raped in the alley? We thought she was playing. Why did you think she was playing? She said, help, help, he's raping me. A woman did that 3 nights before, and when we ran down there, she was just playing. So if a woman never ran in the alley and lied about being raped, if that never occurred, then you would have heard her saying someone's raping me, and you would have ran in the alley. Yes. That's why I put Jussie at the beginning. Jussie is so self-centered that he has no idea how many gay people he just got beat up in the future. Black people he just got murdered in the future. Women he just got raped in the future. Any kind of minority that's out there. He has no, he didn't sit down and just think about this action. Him being on a popular show with something this sensitive. He didn't think that far ahead. He only thought of himself. And because he cried wolf, a lot of bad things are going to happen. That's a trickle effect that's coming down from his specific lie. That's why I put him in there. Carrie, thank you for the donations, man. Make me a bad sandwich. I'm glad you said BAD instead of BLT. Yeah. Yeah, crying wolf. Yeah. I don't understand why he's not arrested. I really don't understand the gravity of the situation. I don't understand what's the holdup. Hasn't he done this more than once? I don't know. I've never heard anything. John T-shirt, make a sandwich. Fuck Munchausen. Yeah. I may do something with him. Oh, I hate that word now. Yeah. When someone was crying wolf about having cancer, I read a comment, and this is when I said that this lady is lying to you all. She doesn't have cancer, and everybody hated me because I told the truth. I kept it to myself, but I read one comment. I read someone say, so what if she's lying to us and she's lying about having cancer? Doesn't that mean that there's something mentally wrong with her? And if so, we just need to get her some help. And I was like, wow. Backing away from that, but wow. can just jump over all this evil shit this motherfucker did and hurt people. Wow. Something like this started the whole Me Too movement. I don't want to get into the Me Too movement. I'll talk about like the beginnings of it. Like, if you think about the general premise of Me Too, everybody should love the Me Too movement. The general premise is people coming out to speak and say what happened to them, that they were done wrong. No one should have a problem with that general premise. The problem with that you're seeing a political divide in the Me Too movement is from crying wolf and lies. Crying wolf and lies. Like, there's always a reason for any kind of system that's in place to stop something that should be simple. Car insurance. You're mad that you got to pay monthly for car insurance. You're forced to pay it. Why do you have to pay car insurance? Where did car insurance come from? It came from motherfuckers hitting people's cars and running off and not paying them. If everybody just had vehicle accidents and had a nice system agreed upon to pay somebody back to damage their property and stuff, probably wouldn't be car insurance in it. Probably. It would have been postponed and some shit. It would have came just as fast as it did. Like, the first time I ever heard hashtag Me Too, that's great. That's awesome. Like, speak your truth. You shouldn't have to hold that shit in. Somebody do this stuff to you. I'm sad. Somebody raped you. I don't want to hear this. And then some people came up and said Me Too, and they were lying. And now you've muddied something that's supposed to be good because you're lying. Yeah, people come out some faster to defend you have to wait next time. Yeah. Some very good things can have some very bad because there's always evil that will ruin it. Exactly. Jenny Anderson, plain fashion evil. No Munchausen. No, I was lonely. I didn't have any friends. I have short-term memory loss. Whatever excuses they making up now in 2019, just plain old-fashioned evil. Yeah, she kept them tiny. The children are gay, and I'm pissed that he did this. Yep. You should be pissed. I don't want to sound negative or scare anybody. There will be bad consequences from him being as popular as he is and saying such a senseless lie. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The same thing that happens with the word Munchausen. Somebody's going to make an excuse of why he lied. They're going to try to justify it. Well, his intent was he got this letter. I don't believe the letter, but let's say the letter is true. And then people wasn't taking it serious. He should have got with some other people around the world who's trying to fight for the same injustices he's trying to fight for, and took his time and tried to figure out a plan that's effective. You always want to be effective. One of the reasons people don't lie and say they got beat up, because a lot of times it's not effective. You know, you're dealing with people who get lied to all the time when you're talking to the police officers. The fridge was stocked with food when the cops went through their home. Both women fed themselves well. Yep, stocked with food, freezer, to chips and everything. Everything. I got robbed in Rio at the Olympics. I never heard that story. I don't know what's going on. I'm shocked that Empire didn't jump the gun and fire him. You know, if I'm staging a hate crime, I'm going to hire actual white people. One of the sisters with the white dog permanently in the bottom corner of your screen. That's what I meant about changing the picture to Caitlyn, and then maybe the Hart kids. No, I'm gonna keep that picture in the bottom of my screen, Sarah, because I want people to come here and ask me who that is, because I promise to me, her adopted mom, that I will forever shed light on Sarah. I would love to see John Chrymes team up with WWE. Run, Sherman, sit down, criminals. Did I take my Star Wars poster down? What do you mean take it down? No. I think they were racist. Is there any normal reason that that old man would have his hand around Devante's neck like that? I tried my hardest. You know what that reminded me of? The whole, and Purple Rain gave me way more pictures. The whole vibe that I got from that sequence of photos was the film Get Out. They was treating Devante like he was the black guy in the old clothes who was really the white man in Get Out. Like, that's what it looked like. Got his hand around his neck and smiling like this is the new body I'm gonna get. I noticed in your documentary and wondered if that was intentional, but being a Star Wars fan is cool. No judgment. Why would the Star Wars why would the Star Wars poster be intentional with this thing though? I got tons of movie posters around this whole man cave um, on various walls. Hear about them begging the neighbors for food. That wasn't the first place that they begged the neighbors for food as well too. They did it in their first home as well too. I need to watch the documentary, but can you say briefly why the foster mom drove off the cliff? You gotta watch. You gotta watch it. Oh, run, Devante. Run. Yeah, man. When we hear about the police reports, like, and when you look down at the bottom of that cliff and they're dead, the hard part is over with. But like bones shattered on impact, lungs collapsed, chest burst open. This was horrific. This was pure horror. What happened to these children? They didn't just in 1 second drive off, 3 seconds later hit the ground and die. Not all of them. That's an autopsy you don't want to see. Yes, the first child was black too. No kid. She just drove off. Yeah, no skid marks. She didn't stop. This was intentional. This was on purpose. Hold on, I'll make sure she's okay. I need any help. Dawn. I've seen my girl in a minute. Thank you for going the extra mile, John. Happy birthday. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well, too. I really appreciate that. Dawn, definitely been a rider, a day one rider. She has borderline personality disorder. She is a chameleon who will say and do whatever to look good in every situation. I'm sad that the kids had to go through all that. They had family who wanted them. Fortunately, for the one mistake of their family member, yeah. I just think that this really boils down to um, Celestine. Of she could have lost her children. She could have lost her nieces and nephews a couple years before, a couple years later. She lost them at the wrong time. She just lost them at a time where an agency was trying to prove that they're excellent and great and they have an expertise. So soon as that agency that tunnels children from Texas to Minneapolis, soon as they saw three siblings and they were minorities and this is what we specialize in, oh, we're gonna get them with somebody quick, fast. We're gonna show people this is our specialty. And when you focus on something like that, you no, thank you, love beer. The treatment of using food restrictions for punishment. It's like the Turpin case. Only they had 13 kids, so much more worse to them. The parents go try next fall. Yeah, I heard people talk about that. And appreciate that, love. Preciado. Thank you for always supporting, too. I want to look up that case now. People were saying that, but I was trying to focus on this one. But now that that's all, I want to look it up. What case do you guys think I can do for a quick, my little quick, my first quick case on Friday? I haven't thought of the name of the series yet, but what is a first quick one you think I can do? It's not gonna be an hour long. Be like 5 to 10 minutes long. Which birthday gift? Baby Brianna. Somebody mentioned a Brianna. Do I think Sarah was abusing them? No, only because I don't think it came natural to Sarah to abuse him. I don't think she stopped Jennifer from abusing him. I don't think she tried to help. I don't think she snuck and gave him berries. Lauren, I've never seen Lauren. Lauren, you left me a good comment the other day. I remember. I think that was today. So I thank you for that. Glad you. I got to tell you personally. Thank you. I don't understand people on the internet, man. I really don't. Ignore. Thank you, Warrior Woman. I talked it all off. I don't know which week, but I let my wife know. Was this Saturday, Sunday night? I'll be driving to Mississippi to do the Jessica Chambers case because I want to go on site and actually talk to people there and actually go where they found her walking like a zombie. So I was working. I don't think she knew about most of the abuse. Jennifer would have told him. I think she did. You know a lot of stuff you're the person you would do. I definitely think she knew. I don't even think Jennifer the type to hide it from somebody she date. Jennifer the type that's gonna find somebody she can date and do whatever in their face. So I don't even think she'll hide it. Don't worry, don't worry. Well, I'm not new to true crime. I'm new to making true crime videos. I'm new. I only had the channel for 2 months, but I've always been watching true crime. Has to go to Mississippi too. When are you going, Macbeth? You know, Mark lives in Mississippi, right? And I watched his one with a lot of information that goes back. Strange things. What happened in the case you guys are saying you want me to do Friday with Brianna? An emotional break? I don't get any breaks. I have a schedule. I have to have another video like this out Tuesday. I don't get any breaks. That's what I'm saying. I just put this out. I'm already about to go look up and research and do a quick one for Friday, and then don't hold me to this. I think this Tuesday may be the Wonderland murders though, and I'm picking the Wonderland murders because I was so fascinated with that case for years and years. It's not going to take me much to do research on, and I already have my theme and how I want to do it and everything. Like the music too. Yeah. How I choose music, uh, I just play thousands and thousands of different kind of background music from different people. The one who made the song for Caitlyn, they did send me beautiful music that I got to keep, but it didn't match the Hart family. So I'm gonna use it. It just didn't match the Hart family. Um, can you cut a 30-second video of the Hart family for your IG? Sure, I can do that. Thank you. I love the music so much. I'm like, yo, this is the music. This is gonna be my John Chrymes theme music. I'm gonna use this every video. But then when I make the video, I think, I don't want to use this music again because this music belongs with that victim. I gotta stop doing that, or I'm gonna run out of music. It's really, it's really hard to find like something amazing. I should be a documentary. Good night, Sugar Babe, the murder of Vera. It's on Amazon Prime Video. It's all sorts of Vera copy. I'm thinking, trying to do something different. I'm thinking I should do my quick vids in the blue room just to have a different background. John Benet Ramsey would take you 5 minutes to solve. John Benet Ramsey is one of those cases that I want to be a big YouTuber and do. I don't know why. Like I want to have like 50,000 subscribers and then do John Benet Ramsey. Sharon Tate is definitely a case I wouldn't want to do until I was big. No, I did see. I didn't know you made a video on your YouTube channel. How did you get killed 30 years apart with the same boyfriend? Yeah, that was the Kilmer movie. I wouldn't tell it from that point of view, though. I would tell it from the point of view of the lady who was unfortunate enough to visit her ex boyfriend that night. She was not involved with that crew. She just had terrible luck, and she was the only survivor, I think. They beat her until she had no memory. Everybody else died. I have no idea who owns the Hart House now. I don't want to show you I was a real person. I'm gonna look at it. Definitely gonna look at it, Laura. Definitely, Laura been here since the beginning. I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure out my channel. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I was sitting here, and I'm like, it'd be different if I was bullshitting, and I'm playing video games and lollygagging, but I'm sitting in this chair from 8 a.m. to freaking 10:30 p.m. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this like every week. Like I'm gonna have to switch some things around because I don't want to lower the value of my content. I can't do that. That's impossible. I'm too passionate to do that. I would, even if I told myself to do it, once I sit down and start editing, I would still do it to the best of my ability. I can't help it. But I may do John Benet Ramsey. You might be right. I may do that. But that won't be next week. There's no way. I need time to look into every aspect of that. It shows your videos are amazing. Take the time you need. Thank you, Jamie. If you notice when the video started on on the Hart kids, when I'm sitting here talking, normally I do a close up color or I'll do a black and white. But this time when it started, I had both on the screen for a while at the same time. I had the color one in the corner and then the black and white big. The reason I had to do it that way because the first 12 minutes of my recording was a little blurry and I panicked. I was like, I know I didn't sit here and record this whole thing blurry. And I was freaking out because I'm like, I'm gonna have to trash all of this. But it was only 12 minutes of that, and then I think I adjusted the camera and it became crisp, clear. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it takes a lot to make sure you got everything perfect. Don't rush things, even if you have a schedule you time differently. Drop one a week with your presentation is too big to ask. Quality Love shows in your videos, so if you need to take more time, we got your back. Thank you, Jenny. Nah, but I don't always work though. Like, I just had crazy hours today, but I don't always have crazy hours. You set the bar way out every Tuesday, John. Every other Tuesday is plenty. Kilna says she started up, but she don't miss editing. Editing sucks. Editing sucks, and my friends are assholes. You know, when whoever has an edited video, the other two become assholes. So if Stephanie Harlow is editing her next video, like when she was doing the Scott Peterson, then me and Clarissa we become assholes, and we'll just talk all day long. Because we know she can't read it. We know she want to come and click play on our voice recordings, but she can't do it. So I like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just have like 1,000 voice recordings going down because I know she want to look. And so that's what they were doing yesterday because I had to edit. I feel like I'm in prison. You feel like you in jail. Like it's just you in a room, and it's just these horrible things. It's not like I'm editing Sprite commercials or anything. I'm editing like deceased children, the story of neglect and pain and torture and starvation. That's what I was gonna say. Like the thing that stuck with me that affected me after the Caitlyn video, probably just the sound of my boots crunching on her gravel driveway. Will always feel the exact way the sun was hitting my face on her property as I walked slowly towards the tree where she killed herself. And when I got there, and just things, you just like how dry the tree was. It was unnaturally dry, like it was dead. You know how a dead tree feels? Like it felt like I can crush that whole tree with one hand. I couldn't. You saw me in the video, I even shake the tree. Like when I'm editing and I'm sitting here and it takes me back to that mode when I'm there, like it like fuck with my head. It was very, very hard to work through. So the thing with editing this video is two things going on in my brain. The first thing is artistic. Wouldn't it be artistic, John, if you can find footage of a car traveling down the Pacific Highway? Because this would be the way to family travel. Yeah, that would be a great opening, John. Find that footage, make it 3 times fast and speed it up. You speed it up with the music, it'll pull the emotion. John, that'll be great. So I'm thinking only artistic. But when I do it, when I put that footage up there and I play the music, oh my God, this is exactly what they saw. This is exactly their last 24 hours. Like it hits you. You ever asked for something you wasn't ready, you wasn't prepared for? You asked for it and then you got it. You like it was too much. That's how it felt. Especially when the clips start getting to nighttime, because I knew that they died at nighttime so that's the thing that affected me. I'm like, I made the video, but like it's really hard to watch that opening. Really, really hard to. And then to flip from that to what Dante, the one thing I know that I feel that Devante genuinely love. I feel like he genuinely, any family you would have put him with, you'd have brought him here and I would have adopted him. You would have adopted him. No matter who adopted Devante, he was going to dance. There's something, she probably made him do at times, but he didn't have a problem with it because he liked to dance. So just to use Devante, your flag of your family in the intro only, and him dancing with that last drive and that music is like really freaking hard to watch. Really hard to watch. It's been really hard standing there, even that shed and ladder. Yeah, the shed's gone. Yeah. I said this last night in talking to Caitlin's group, but it's something I noticed that I didn't put inside there. What's up, Duchess? Good to see you too. On Caitlin's last day, she committed suicide. She went to that shed and she pulled out a fake leg. And she said, I don't know what this thing is. She had no idea what it was. And now that I look back on it, that was her grandfather's leg. Her grandfather, who got that property because he lost his leg and got workers' comp, and used that to buy the property, and then he committed suicide. So on the day she committed suicide, she found the fake leg of her grandfather who committed suicide on that same property. I wish I knew that when I made that. I wish I knew that when I made that video now. I'm sorry, Don. I don't I'm not I don't try. I just know what would affect me, what would bother me. What's up, Georgia dog? LA was creepy. I remember her burn pile. Yeah. You know what? I can't add that in my video. I'm gonna go back and add it. I just won't put it won't be on YouTube though. It'll be when I take it to film festivals. I completely agree. You and Stephanie H put so much into your work. I can't even imagine more than one per week. I love that y'all bug her during editing. She motivates the heck out of I think me and Clarissa. And Clarissa's working on something right now. Uh, Even with 5,000 words she was at last time I talked to Clarissa today on her script for her video. Uh, but Stephanie will be talking, right? And we acting silly all day. Cutting the food, just acting crazy. Well, my script is done. Next day, cutting the food, acting crazy. Hey, what you do this morning? I filmed. Video be out. Put the video out, and I'm watching her video, and I'm like, I know you research, but how did you have time to do this much research? You was literally talking to us all day. Where did you find the time? And your daughter was right there the whole time. Like, where did you find the time to do this shit? Like, this is crazy. Like, I see the videos that you do before we became friends, and then like we become friends. I see your personal life. I'm like, how do you do this? And that's what, like, I made my channel because Stephanie had a job, and I'm like, if she can do it, then I should be able to do it. So I'm gonna make a channel called John Chryme. So she motivated me to make a channel. So we cool, we hang out, we talk, and her hard work motivates me to take that extra step to make sure that my stuff is good as well for you guys. So yeah, yeah. Caitlin would have been 15 coming back to school for a second semester of her freshman year. This would have been a very mentally, this probably would have been the hardest year of her life. You know, the emotions and stuff a young girl goes through in high school freshman year. You know, that probably would have been mentally hard, but if she got through this, she the sky's the limit. She would have taken off. It's great when friends can do that for one another. Yeah. $1 per month, John. Take your time. You have so many other responsibilities. Yeah, but I gotta keep the content going. My name is John Chryme, so I gotta keep talking about crime. So I just gotta find something that's manageable, because I can't have a YouTube channel with one video per month. You know, I can't have 12 videos in a year. That's not gonna be enough. There's one missing person case a week and one chat, whenever. What freshman year, sophomore year, etc. means, I have no idea. Your final 4 years in school before you graduate, Tanny, is ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So they often refer to ninth grade as your freshman year, 10th grade is sophomore, 11th grade is junior, and your final 12th grade year is senior. It's the same thing with college too, since you do 4 years in college. So that first year when you get to high school, that's when people are the most meanest to you. That's when you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to develop your reputation. It could be very mentally. I mean, you can get fucked up your freshman year, and then you look at Caitlyn personality, how passionate she was and how deep she think about stuff. That would have been this would have been a very year for her. I forgot people are overseas watching too. I believe middle school is the worst. To me, middle school, you kind of the last time you get to act like a child. You can get called out for acting like a child in high school. You don't have to worry about your teacher saying, "Yeah, your peers can, because people, you're turning into an adult." I think, to me personally, I think ninth grade is way harder than middle school. Thank you, Purple Heart, for sharing it in a heart group. Man, it makes me nervous, man. Whenever a group sees a video I made, I always get nervous because I know that group has done extensive hardcore research and they care deeply about it, or they wouldn't be in the group to begin with. So that's what makes me most nervous. Caitlyn group made me most nervous about their opinion of my Caitlyn video. The heart groups are gonna make me most nervous about my heart video. High school sucks. Yeah. I was completely different in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade than I was as a freshman. As a freshman, I was a little extremely silly guy that would try everything to hang with his big cousins and everybody. When I got to 10th grade, shit turned around. Yo, I wasn't the little brother, the little cousin, or anything anymore. I was fucking John. You did top notch on the heart video. I cried. I had to watch it in two parts. Thank you, Cinderella56. You know what I said to Clarissa and Stephanie? I said video uploading. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, I don't like it. I think it's gonna be bad. And then it was like, what you don't like about it? I don't know. I guess I was just nervous. I can It's just like I don't know. I guess I was just done with the whole thing. I just wanted to run away into a hole. Did spend all these hours and hours and hours, and everybody know about it. I'm like, it's not gonna be good. They're not gonna like it. I'm going to eat these berries, strawberries. And I'm gonna take my ass to bed, and I'm not gonna even wake up at 8 a.m. when it automatically drops. I'm not gonna even look at it in my phone. See how these people talking about me. Pretty is always busy, man. There's a pay per view last weekend. I can't believe I missed it. I've never missed a battle rap pay per view. Like, damn, it was coming back to back, man. I just did one a week before that. I was gonna say bye, happy birthday again. I've never been in a live or watched one of your shows and felt let down. Not ever. Oh, I was like, I saw you in my live before. Thank you. I appreciate that. And if something sucked, I tell you. Thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna always be be nervous about anything I do. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. So long ago, but you lived there and saw the house. Who can say that? So you guys want me to look up Rihanna tonight? A turn. I can't. I shouldn't do a turn. The turnip family, turp family, whatever they are. Because if it's too similar to this, that shouldn't be in the same week. Verajo Regal, and who else should I look up? If you really want me to go all out, don't mention them because it won't be that kind of video. Thanks, Jenny. I like stuff to make you think. You know, nah, I'm not doing that one, Emily Rose. Raven Truth, thank you all. Thanks for all you do, John. Much respect. Always happy birthday. Thank you, Raven Truth. Have you been around? I don't know if I've seen that thumbnail and name before, but thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Are you too hard on yourself? I admire what you're doing, your compassion shows, and your documentaries. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Sandra. Draft a Bobby Christina. I could do a Bobby Christina. I don't. I would. I would not do a Bobby Christina on a Friday though. It wouldn't be a quick. It would be like Caitlyn video. It'll be a full one. Thank you, Janine. Who live over there by you? Somebody live in Atlanta, and it's a big case. I'm definitely doing it because I can go on site. So I'll do all of the Georgia big Georgia cases. Some Scooby Doo shit. Yeah, man. I don't understand, Liz. Well, yes, I do. I understand. I mean, on some entertainment basis, if you chilling, you're not doing nothing, man. The drama is very, very entertaining. But you have to take a look at yourself and see what kind of person you want to be seen as. Um, 'Cause I've been involved in drama communities, and it was cool to do every day. It was cool to come into it, and something always going on. It's like a real life reality show, real life soap opera. So it's kind of cool, but it's cool in a way that you're gonna be stuck forever, you know. And when you don't talk about the drama, your views are gonna drop because that's what people come to see. And I had to look at myself and go, wait a minute, I actually do got talent. I do have a skill. When I look at the people that have millions of subscribers, I can I can not only do what they do with no disrespect. I can do it better. I can do everything all these other people are doing, and I actually care. All right, so I need to lead this. I need to. I understand if that's what you want to do. I understand if you don't have the dreams, the aspirations, and things that I want to do. I can understand why you would stay and you would want to do drama. So I'm not gonna judge you for it. You can stay and you can do drama, but I'm gonna try to go do something else that I want to do. That's how I see it. If I get bored, I'll come over there and watch. If I get time, you know what I'm saying. But I have other things that I want to do and that I can achieve and I can do them. What state do you live in, Shay Haney? Good night, Velvet. My algorithm adjusted. Hey, write that down, Kendall. That's a nice shirt. You can put it on the front, drama free, and on the back of the shirt, my algorithm adjusted. Because you know when you watch a bunch of videos, YouTube changes your recommendation screen. You start watching a little bit of drama, then it's gonna put all these drama videos. You be like, my stuff messed up. You start getting away. You start watching other stuff. You got it. It's like cleaning up your living room. I got it perfect, right how I want to. Not gonna mess up my algorithm. And make a drama-free sandwich. Yeah, I used to go and support Martin Lewis. Martin Lewis is a big YouTuber that does drama, but he's a good person though. Like he 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 doesn't go after like somebody like or not. He looks at people who trying to scam other people, trying to do bad. He more like exposes bad people. That's why I like Martin Lewis. He was a cool guy. He took up for me too. He took up for me when he didn't have to take up for me. He could have just dogged me, but he took up for me too. My first John Chrymes alive. Really, darling Nikki? I thought I've seen you over here before. I thought I saw that name before. It was in Maine, and she's presumed dead. What was her name, Shay Haney? Drama at work is awesome if it's not me. When you get to selling merch, John, you should put Dagwood on them. I got to get into that and see how people sell merch over here, and then see what you guys like and what you guys would wear. I don't, I don't think people would wear a shirt that says "Don't kill, make a sandwich." Just that "kill" word, like on you in real life as you walk around. So I have to think of like something else. Karen, I actually do make movies. I may play some for you guys. May see one at 10,000 subscribers. May see something at 20,000. You never know. But yeah, I make films. No, that's not her term. Everybody uses the word merch. That's a normal term that was here way before she came to YouTube. And Jake, I think did Jake Paul make that up? Yeah, I saw the Alien Warnos. Actually, it's crazy you mentioned that. Alien Warno's story was playing last week. I don't know. I just let YouTube play, and I woke up and it was playing her documentary. Yeah, Yeah, I will be doing a video on Alien Warnos. Hasn't made anything in his life except for mistakes. Who the hell are you talking about, Macbeth? I would wear a "Don't Kill" T-shirt. I mean, I'll put it up there. We'll see. We're gonna see how much that gets us. Crimes of passion. The boy in the box. I love more info on that story. Well, no, I don't think I have. A dolphin mug. The dolphin. Okay, so I am still trying to find somebody to draw me a dolphin. I want an original one. I don't want to use anybody else's stuff. So I do want the dolphin emblem, but I want my dolphin to have a beard. So I gotta get with somebody. I was gonna go on Fiverr or whatever that YouTube channel is that got all these people that draw and make different emblems and logos and stuff for you, and get somebody to make my own dolphin John Chrymes like logo. I'm a different kettle of fish. I just signed a YouTube client. He wants merch. He has 40 subs. He wants merch. You gotta get some subs. Well, if you got a lot of people watching, subscribers is a means to people watching. A lot of people get caught up on subscribers. Subscribers don't do anything for you. Uh, Subscribers means that they like you enough that they're gonna watch your stuff. But so ultimately, the goal is you want people to watch you. If you got a lot of subscribers but people aren't watching, then it doesn't matter. So you want people to watch you. That's what you really want. Right before you said that, I pictured a dolphin with a beard. Yeah. I should do like, because I haven't even pulled out like my real, like all my equipment and stuff that we use to make like real documentaries and all this stuff. Like I should do like a fundraiser to make, like, to go all out, like way better production like I'm doing now. Something like Shane Dawson does, but on a crime. I should do that. Okay, yeah, post it. Purple Rain. Like, just imagine if I had a crew with me when I drove to Mississippi to do the Jessica Chambers video. Do you want the dolphin to look like the emoji? Um, nah. I don't want to get sued. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Like completely different. I am the crew. Yeah, you definitely on the crew. Who the hell is Love Bear? Holding a sandwich. John, do you do Patreon? I'll do a Patreon right now since people are asking. If you tell me what I should give people, I don't know what extra. I got to look into other people who have Patreons. Like, what should I give my Patreons? I wish my Patreons could see video of me editing to see how it is. But then that means I would have to edit yet another video. Maybe if I go to like doing those big videos like once every other week, then I have time to make like a video for the Patreons to see the whole process and how it works. Miku is asleep under the ping pong table like she always does. Oh wow, thanks Kendall. I appreciate that. Damn, there's 4 kids found in a dog kennel? Why? I don't know if I need to watch that right now. That does sound very interesting, but geez. You want me to be honest with you? I kind of want to do something different than kids. I don't want to be. I want to show everything that I'm capable of, and so I don't want to be pigeonholed as the guy that can only talk about like the children cases. I don't like seeing people hurt or mess with. So it really upsets me when it's children. So I gravitate toward those kind of cases though. But like I can do anything in different kind of styles, and it will be interesting. Abduction in plain sight. I heard people talking about it. Is J Rons 13 at Gmail? Saint Ella. All right, guys. I've been what I did. What I did 2 hours. I came on 10 minutes later, and now it's 10 minutes after 11:30. So I'm gonna try to take it in and get some sleep. Thank you, Noel Jordan. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I say, try to learn everything from every video. Share, spread the word, share the video, and I say be nosy. Somebody was worried or left a comment about being nosy. Like, be nosy. I had a neighbor. By the time I met them, I thought it was like 6 months, and I'm a rude person because I haven't spoken to them in 6 months. They looked at me and said, "We've been living here 3 years." I'm like, "You see how time flies?" Like I thought it was 6 months. It's been 3 years already. Every time I'm gonna go meet him, I'm gonna go meet him. Every time you put it off, and time flies, and you don't even know the people in your own neighborhood. Be nosy, you know. But I'm gonna go enjoy. I got like last 15 minutes left for my birthday, so thank you all for all the birthday wishes. Thank you all for checking me out. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna look into the ideas you guys have. Check my email, and I'm gonna see you all soon. And for the people who new here, you can ask them in the comment section that will still be playing after I leave of why I say this, but I always say this. Don't kill. Make a what?